I can't get Blaze out of my head. I don't mean possession or anything, just everything that happened.
Tell me what you were thinking.
On the one hand, he was my personal hero. On the other hand, he tried to destroy you. On the other hand, he sacrificed himself to save me. How do I honor him and still be truthful? It's too many hands.
No matter what betrayals he visited upon us, he did the right thing in the end. You are standing here because he sacrificed himself.
Maybe so. I also remember Mephisto's sulfur stench, and Blaze's generally awful attitude. Can I really talk about the good and ignore the awful? I don't think so.
Whatever you decide to do it quickly. I am afraid we are running out of time.
You really helped clarify my thinking. Thank you. I'll figure something out by morning. Promise. This is so hard.
I mean, it's not like Robbie's gonna let you write a eulogy for Blaze. Seems like this is something he's got to work out on his own. But a little backup never hurts.
And what are you doing?
Me? I'm here to support Robbie. He watched his personal hero sacrifice himself. He shouldn't have to grieve alone.
Robbie's reaction is normal, considering what happened. We should all take a moment to grieve in our own way.
I usually take a few minutes of silence, which is big for me, considering normally I can't shut up.
If Robbie wants to speak, eventually he will find the words.
I don't think anyone is expecting Shakespeare. But I do know that if Robbie doesn't get some kind of closure, he's gonna be a mess.
Closure? What is that?
Yeah, closure? Like, after you have a breakup and you insist on making your ex go out for coffee so you can tell them how they made you feel.
Do you think that is effective?
I've watched hundreds of hours of daytime TV talk shows that say yes. So, as soon as Robbie works this out, we'll be good to go. Robbie will figure out what to do. Eventually.
What do you say, boss? You know that I've got this, right? What do you say, boss? Is Rogers right? Should the star player get benched after one mistake? Or maybe you're smart and you know I can get us across the finish line.
It is worth hearing Steve out.
This is not a school project. Teamwork doesn't make the dream work. But you're the boss. You can all brainstorm to your heart's content. When you want an actual solution, you come and find me. You know what I meant.
What's shaking?
Our time to stop Chthon is running short. At this point, I'm willing to try just about anything. So if you have any bright ideas...
We should not be sitting here waiting for Chthon to return to our world. We should take the fight to Chthon.
Everything we do here is to prevent Chthon from returning to our plane of existence. We don't go to him. That would be suicide.
I will fight him wherever I see him, no matter what those books tell you.
These books tell me Chthon has been a threat before civilization began, when all that walked the earth were the Elder Gods.
But what else? Surely there is some bit of knowledge we can use. What other things did you learn?
I could keep you up all night blathering on about this, so tell me specifically what you are curious about.
Who were these Elder Gods? Tell me about them.
Siblings brought into existence on this planet by the Demiurge, the source of all life. These beings were named Set, Gaia, Ashtur, and Chthon. They ruled the planet for many millennia, each of them pursuing their own interests, increasingly battling each other for supremacy until finally it became too much. New gods emerged to topple the old gods and remove their influence from our world.
Nothing lasts forever, even for gods. Was Chthon always this monstrous evil from the very beginning?
There was always something wrong with him, but his insatiable pursuit of chaos magic eventually corrupted him in ways he could never reverse. While Chthon's sibling Gaia sought to nurture life on his planet, Chthon sought to absorb it into himself, to remake all life in his own twisted image. It was because of that evil drive that Chthon was banished to another realm.
And there he waits, ready to return when the opportunity presents itself. Like now.
Like now.
If Chthon returns, what exactly will happen to this world?
The world and all life as you know it will cease to exist, but it will not vanish. It will be recast in Chthon's image. We will exist only as extensions of Chthon, and the world will only serve to keep him alive.
What a hellish existence. What about the Darkhold? Could it not provide us with secrets of Chthon?
The Darkhold is dangerous in its own way. With Chthon locked away in another dimension, this is how he has sought to influence events in our world. It is Chthon's own words laid down in print. We cannot trust it as a reliable aid in our battle. It would be like trying to defeat Ultron using his own memoir. Nothing good will come of it.
And the writing is probably awful anyway. The prophecy mentions the sleeping giant awakening. If that is Hulk, how important is he to Chthon's goals?
I'm not sure, other than his presence complicates our ability to stop Hydra and Lilith's efforts.
Something will have to be done about him, or Stark may lose his mind. I do not want to hinder you anymore. Keep reading. Surely there is something we can use.
I hope you're right. And I'll keep digging.
Do you think what Peter said is true? That Agatha forgives me for what I did?
The only person you need to forgive is yourself.
Forgive myself for murdering someone I loved? How?
By first accepting that it was not your fault.
Of course it was my fault. It's always my fault. If I had learned to control my powers better, she would be here today.
Agatha understood the dangers of taking someone as powerful as you under her wing. She did it anyway, because she had faith in you, and who you are to become.
And look what her faith cost her. An early grave.
Maybe she saw something in you, something that was worth the sacrifice.
That's nice of you to say, but say it to Caretaker. I still haven't been able to look her in the eye since I've been back. She hates me.
You cannot hide from her forever. You need to figure out how to summon the courage to face her, so that both of you can move on.
Yeah, you're right. I owe her that.
You owe it to yourself, and Agatha. Agatha would want the two of you to be reconciled.
I know. I just don't know if I can make that happen.
Try. For Agatha.
Yeah, for Agatha. I, kinda need a few more minutes alone with her. Go on without me.
I will take my leave then.
Thanks, Hunter.
Nobody expects us to lead the charge. That's why
Guess you overheard our conversation.
Some of it.
Let's face it, this doomsday scenario might be a little too on the gothy supernatural side for the Avengers. So, it's time for them to move over and let the kids take the reins.
While I admit that we may need a change in strategy, I do not see the need to squeeze out the Avengers.
It's not like they have any problem stonewalling us whenever they feel like it.
Nico, we are all supposed to be working together.
Well, maybe this working together stuff doesn't always, work out. Besides, everyone needs a little help now and then. Even the Avengers.
So, do you have a plan?
You mean a plan to stop Chthon from serving us all up in his all-you-can-eat cosmic flesh buffet? We don't have all the deets nailed down as of yet, but we'll work it out. Till then, keep this under wraps until we know what we're doing. I don't want to freak out the Avengers any more than they already are.
Will do.
Cool. Catch up later.
Hey, thanks for coming, everybody. I know we're all stretched thin at the moment.
We're all here for you, Robbie. We know this is important to you.
But we should move things along. I know what you're all thinking. You thought Blaze was a major league asshole.
Whoa, I thought Professor Xavier was the mind reader, Logan.
Quiet, you. Anyway, Blaze. Yeah, he wasn't nice. But it's not a nice world. And sometimes you gotta be that way to get things done. And he really got a lot of things done. So, you kids remember that. You won't always be so fresh-faced and innocent.
Thanks, Logan. You said it better than I ever could. To be honest, I really struggled with what I was gonna say. Because I used to worship the flaming ground Blaze rode on. And then I met him. And safe to say, I didn't worship him so much anymore. Fairly certain I hated him. Right until he went and sacrificed his life to save mine. Johnny might not have been perfect, but at the end of the day, he was one of us. And I'm glad to have known him. To Johnny Blaze.
Johnny Blaze.
Johnny Blaze.
Johnny Blaze.
Johnny Blaze. Is that it? Can we go now?
Still can't believe all these changes happening with Eddie. The Venom symbiote. Not sure if you know this, but I used to wear that thing. I mean, it was hard enough when it was just an alien, but now... I'm pretty sure that green fire would have really cooked the old spider keister.
Having that creature inside of your head must have been difficult.
You would think so, but to be honest, I didn't even know the suit was alive until the end. It's more like I felt urges, impulses.
To do what?
Use my power. Like, really use it. No holding back. But, end of the day, I was the one still in charge. Any decision I made during that time is 100% on me.
So you are defending the carnivorous alien monster that is trying to devour your brain?
You want to know the first real feelings I ever sensed from that thing? Fear. As soon as I tried to pull it off for good, it was pure terror at the thought of being alone. That doesn't sound like a monster to me.
I had not thought about it that way.
Why it chose to bond with a shifty reporter from the Metro section after that is beyond me.
I still cannot imagine you wearing the symbiote.
My design was a bit more classic than Eddie's or your mother's. All things aside, I look pretty cool in that thing. Been thinking about bringing it back. The design, not the cannibalistic alien symbiote.
To think, long ago the nation of Transia was once the seat of power for the heroic knights of Wondergore.
Might as well be Camp Hydra these days.
They're pulling in reinforcements from everywhere. But reinforcing what exactly?
Mount Wondergore. There's been something wrong with that place for as long as I can remember.
Something like this.
Nothing wrong with that. Now we know where to strike. Time for a little payback on Queen, Demon... No? Right. Make one slight mistake.
Handing my mother the last page of the Darkhold?
Bringing back the Hulk?
Okay, same mistake. Technically, fine. You take point then.
Roger that.
Actually, how about you let us handle things? The Sanctum, Tony's Gamma Death Star, Wanda. Think about it. Every time we listen to you all, some new catastrophe seems to happen. You're not our babysitter, Hunter.
You're our leader.
And we are the Midnight Suns. We're family.
And family's family. So this time,
We got your back.
Then what are we waiting for?
if we aim for his heart or something?
He's not a vampire. He's a gamma-powered muscle man.
Juiced up with a heavy dose of Lilith's corruption.
In other words, we're screwed.
Look, I know Lilith is like a dark goddess with an extra angry Hulk as her number 2.
Don't forget the Parchment of Power. She's got that too, which is like super OP.
But we've got something that she doesn't.
A death wish?
No, dude. We've got friends. Each other. We're the Midnight Suns. And you know what we Suns do?
We rise.
We've got this, guys. We have to believe in ourselves if we're gonna pull this off. Blade, Robbie, you know what to do, right?
We'll see you soon, Nico.
Better not leave me hanging, because our entire continued existence depends on us.
Right. No pressure. It's just the end of the world.
Not if we can help it.
What? No giant alien slime bubbles, demon energy barriers, or jolly green monsters?
Then they're ours.
That rune.
Lilith, too. So it was here, all along. Wanda was right.
She usually is.
Right, one problem at a time. Midnight Suns, assemble! Or whatever.
Yes. Midnight Suns assemble or whatever.
Why not?
It looks as if Lilith has sent every last Hydra goon she could find to guard the entrance.
Between the creepy glow and the howling demonic Hulk, I think we're running out of time.
We must not let them stand in our way.
Let's try something new.
That was even better than I expected. Your fate is sealed. Hail that! Weak, even for Hydra. Your time has come. You are lucky to still be breathing.
He's of Chthon. Even the mountain could not contain his vile influence.
That truly your fate? May eventually come to regret those words, Nico.
Yeah, that occurred to me just as I was saying. Well, that's interesting.
The light is on our side.
Thank you, friend.
Let's try this.
Good work.
Buy us some time!
Get inside while you can. Leave that to me.
Punch it!
Hell yeah!
You alone among your kind can serve as the conduit of my power, precious child. Liber tenebris, reversus es nobis. Only a few moments longer. Together we will reforge the Darkhold and usher in...
It's over, lady!
Mother, no!
stop this!
Lucky shot. She won't hit me again.
But it is all for you. Everything I do is always for you, child.
Block her out! She gave up the right to call you that word when she sold her soul to that monster!
The truth shall reveal itself soon enough, sister.
Even with her attention focused on that damn book, Lilith's barrier will not be easy to bring down.
Yeah, but the cave sure is.
Midnight Suns, disassemble.
Now you're talking.